Hi, everybody. It's me, Red Eye,
And your boy, Erratic Asthmatic.
and you are listening to the podcast Red Eye and Erratic Asthmatic. Welcome to our first episode.
You will
And
hear a lot of shenanigans today.
a lot of shenanigans. We got a lot of things on our minds. And what is our podcast really about, man?
We're just chilling. We're having a good time. We're talking about stuff. Doesn't really have a start or an end, except for, the 0 second mark and then the end second mark,
So, like any other podcast.
essentially.
So, we're not unique.
You think that you can be unique in this world full of unique people,
Yeah, everybody wants to be unique.
and therefore nobody is.
Nobody is. So, and it's one of the things that people say, you're weird. Well, then,
Well, yeah.
you're weird
of
to
course.
someone else too. So, what is weird?
Yeah, exactly. Of course I'm weird. You're weird too,
Yeah.
weirdo.
You're a weirdo. Why do girls use that as a way to turn down guys? You're a weirdo. I was like, you're not special either.
I don't know. I guess like weirdo means creepy,
Yeah,
I suppose.
but two different things though. I would think.
I don't know. I'm not a girl. I can't speak for them.
Yeah, but you could try to understand the man.
I'm the weirdo in that situation.
Yeah. So, tell me more about yourself, Erratic Asthmatic.
Well, first of all, I'm asthmatic.
Mhm.
Second of all, I'm fairly erratic.
Mm.
I'm sure that was very unpredictable. You could
Mm.
say erratic. And
crazy.
I'm American. I'm 25 years old. Actually, 25 years young.
Ho, ho.
I know, except my body aches like it's an 80-year-old right now. So, yeah, I got that going for me, which is nice.
The pains of being 25,
The pains of being alive in general.
alive in the time of Rona.
In the time of Rona, in 2020.
I think somebody's gonna write a book.
I don't think anybody had 2020 vision.
Nah,
No.
no one
I
saw this
wonder-
coming. Flew out the window.
I wonder how overused that joke is.
Yeah, man. Like at the start of the year, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going into 2020 with a 2020 vision, with 2020 mindset.
I remember it was like 2015 when I first heard that. I saw that joke on the internet, and it was like, "What do you in an interview? What do you want to do in 5 years?" I don't know. I don't have 2020 vision.
Oh,
I was like,
Burn.
that's funny.
I see what you
I'm
did
gonna
there.
steal that and use it unoriginally.
I'll steal it and make it mine.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what everybody kind of does. Just take each other's memes, ideas, and turn them into.
Yeah, just like tweak them a little bit so they don't get
Yeah.
copyrighted.
Yeah,
They're not even copywritten. They're just, but just in case.
yeah. Someone said it.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
it.
That's it. It's over.
It's
Can't use it
over.
again.
Yeah, man, it's insane. And yeah, how long you been in Amsterdam now?
About 2.5 years.
Mm.
And I'm looking for another place. And so I might stay in Amsterdam. I might move to a different city, but I do want to stay in the Netherlands. Mostly because of the healthcare.
We'll get into that in a bit. Just gonna tell our audience a little bit about myself.
No, we don't need to talk about you. It
Okay.
was only about the asthmatic.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
that's
I
all
think
the people care
that's the most interesting part
about. Yeah,
of
exactly.
this podcast. That you're asthmatic, and somehow you're doing a
Wait,
podcast.
we could end it here,
That's-
actually, and
that's
be
enough.
like the top-rated podcast in the world.
I think we've given them enough.
I know, right? Like
enough.
we have enough to surpass Logan Paul already.
Yeah, it's enough entertainment. You're giving
know,
them
right?
everything for their own pleasure.
I know. Nobody's even listening yet. All right, but what about you? Who's Red Eye?
Well, Red Eye is a guy who was born in
Really?
the Netherlands. Yeah, strange life story where I lived in different countries in Africa. I'm mixed, my mom is from South America, my dad is from Africa. And yeah, somehow I ended up here on the podcast with you.
It's really weird how the world works now. Like somebody who's born in Africa, somebody who was born in America, just ends up on the same podcast together.
That's where you get wrong. I was not born in Africa.
Oh, you were not born in that. Oh yeah, you were born
Yeah.
here. You just said that.
I just said that. You're not listening.
I'm not listening.
We have disappointed the fans.
I know. I
Or
apologize,
the
everybody.
listeners. I don't know. I can't turn listeners into fans. That's up to them.
Yeah, no, yeah, you can. You have to
Incentive.
manifest. You have to manifest your fans. You have to
Yeah.
just treat them like they're already fans, and then they'll be fans.
Then they'll turn into fans.
Yeah, maybe even oscillate a little bit, just
Yeah.
like back and forth.
Exactly. All right, man. So, are you ready to get into our first segment?
I am super ready to get into our first segment.
Super duper ready, and our first segment is
That shit's crazy.
okay. Erratic Asthmatic. That shit's crazy. What's going on?
All right, well, just today I was scrolling on Reddit as I normally do, and I found a post about Rudy Giuliani, the personal lawyer to the current president of the United States, Donald Trump, and he blew his nose into a handkerchief. That's no problem. Everybody does that. But then he folded it, snot side out, and then he wiped his mouth, and he was wiping his fingers all over the handkerchief, and then he wiped his entire face with his handkerchief. And this was before that he was going to speak onto a podium. So this dude just wiped his whole face and hands all over his own snot, and then went and touched the podium and probably the microphone. I didn't see any video, but jeez, like. And this is also like in the midst of a pandemic too. Like even without a pandemic, that shit's nasty.
And you did that
Gross.
recently?
He did that like hours ago, like
Oh, it was
within
like
24 hours
Well,
of this recording for all the listeners.
yeah. For since this recording, that's okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, man. That's crazy.
That shit's crazy. Yeah.
That shit's crazy. I mean, and he did it on camera, like.
Yeah, like, and he's also smiled at somebody while he did it too. Like he blew his nose, and then he was folding the handkerchief, and he was smiling at somebody.
Because he knew what he was doing. He was like, "Oh yeah, this is going to get good."
This was the plan the whole time.
My plan is unfolding in front of everyone's eyes.
You mean folding?
Folding,
Just the
unfolding.
wrong way.
Well, he was unfolding it the wrong way.
But yeah, so we got this guy who's really high in the political stature of America.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is very relevant to basically the healthcare in general. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm asthmatic. So
No way.
I know, right? Shocker.
Damn.
Spoiler alert. But yeah, so I've had to buy medicine my entire life, and for the most part, insurance has covered it. But there was some point where I had to get a different insurance because I became broke.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I became broke, my insurance that I could get did not cover the brand of medication that I needed, and that actually worked for me. Like there's other brands that it covered, but none of them really worked for me. Like I was still breathing like heavy and real and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So the cost for this medication was $500 per month.
Wow. And that's just for an inhaler, or what is it?
That was for a preventative and an emergency inhaler. The emergency inhaler alone was $80, and then the preventative was $420, and not in the good way. But the thing is that the emergency inhaler would run out like extremely quickly. Like I could not live without the preventative. Like my asthma's that bad. And so like if I only had the emergency inhaler, it would run out before the month's over. And another thing with the pharmacy is that they don't issue you medicine, like more medicine than the month's dose, because people do crazy stuff with medicine, like they'll overdose on it. And that applies to just like all medicines, so including asthma inhalers. So like I would have to wait an entire month before I could get this inhaler again.
Yeah.
Just to pay, another $500 per month.
Wow.
And then I came here,
Yeah.
and now I pay 33 euros per month, which is like literally 1/10 of the price.
And it's the same package, or is this something
It's
extra?
the only difference. The only difference is that my preventative is 8 micrograms less than like the regular 100 microgram dose. So like I can live with that. I'll take less than 1/10 of the price.
Less of a
For
whatever
8
the sound,
micrograms
whatever the
less.
sound,
Whatever the sound that
makes.
is.
Yeah, whatever inhaler one squeeze is. I don't know how much it takes. One.
Whatever that.
Yeah.
One. But yeah. So basically, that shit's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, man. Like, I can't imagine. Like, my allergies are different. My allergies don't really require me to get
They don't
medication.
kill you.
Yeah, but like, I've never taken medication for them.
Yeah.
Like, when I was younger, like, my eyes used to kill me like crazy. So I have like this eye allergy, which is just like constant itching and then turns red. So, and then my eyes kind of become dry, you know, because you keep touching it. And then, so I was getting like these eye drops to just reduce the itching, but it didn't really work. So I just told myself, let me just stop because I'm still young. You know, maybe I'll just grow out of it. And not really. Not really. I mean, it's still there, but I've learned to live with the itching pain, you know? So it's kind of like, I live in pain. Oh, yes. This is marvelous. If I wake up with no itching, I'm like, something is wrong.
Something's wrong here. Where's the pollen at?
Yeah. I don't even think it's pollen, because it's weird, because I grew up in a dry country. So could have been dust even.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah,
So,
dust allergies. I have
yeah.
dust. I have like a minor dust allergy, but I'm also allergic to cats. And growing up, my family, well, my mom mostly, loved cats, so we always had 5 in the house at all times.
So she's, I don't care if you die.
But we also didn't know I was even allergic until I was like 8 years old. I didn't get like officially tested.
They just
For
thought you had a
allergies.
breathing problem.
Well, yeah, exactly. I was already asthmatic since birth, so they're
Yeah.
like basically everything
Was
is
Asthma.
everything associated was just because of my asthma.
yeah.
And then we found out I was allergic, and I was like, this is why I have asthma all the time. Mother, do you think that maybe this is not a good idea? But I also love the cats too, so I was like, yeah, I'll live like this.
It's like, I'll live through the pain for them.
Exactly. And I started taking like over-the-counter allergy pills, which the only ones that really worked were also the ones that made me drowsy. So like I would take 1 or 2 allergy pills, and then like an hour later I'd be like, I need a nap. I'm tired.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who take these medications and just like, you know, they can't function because you just become drowsy, like brings you down. So you just feel sleepy. I can't imagine like how difficult it is for them to even work. Imagine like you're at work, you got to take these medications, and then
imagine driving.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Just don't drive. Just sit on a bus.
Yeah. Right.
End up in another country. Or another city.
Yeah, if you're in Europe, you can do that. Just like fall asleep on the bus, wake up in Paris.
Yeah.
Like that one MGK song.
Yeah. I woke up in Paris.
But like you can literally do that. Like one of my colleagues actually has done that before. What like was in a party in Belgium and then literally woke up in Paris.
Yeah. I've fallen asleep in the train before because I needed to commute to go to university. And instead, like it was only 20 minutes, you know, but because it was not the final stop, the city wasn't the final stop. It would keep going into like the border of Belgium. So I'll just be close to Belgium, or I'll be in another town so far away I have to wait like, I don't know, 3 hours to get back. You know, so it's like, oh shit. And the fucked up thing is like you can't ask anyone to wake you up, or you don't expect to fall asleep.
Yeah.
So things like that happen.
Man, I'm so nervous when I'm on public transport about falling asleep. Like I get shocked awake. Like if I ever catch myself like dozing off, I'm like, nope, gotta be alert. Gotta know my stop.
Let me not.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's the like the difficult part, because especially like if you're a night out partying, you gotta come home like 6 o'clock in the morning, you know, catch the train. It depends which city you're in. Catch the train, you're basically half asleep, or like your body, like your brain is trying to stay asleep, but your body's like, no, we gotta go. So you're just like, so like I remember like, luckily the stop I missed wasn't far away, but I remember I was at a party I just fell asleep. And then the train stopped at the last train station was supposed to stop, then started going back. Then on the way back, then the guys who check your tickets started like, they woke me up. They're like, "Where's your ticket?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"Here." They're like, "You're going the wrong way." And I'm like, I fell asleep. He's like, I need to get off. He's like, "Yeah, you better get off." I was like, "Yeah." So I got off.
Yeah.
Luckily, it was like another 5-minute wait for the next train, and then just one more stop. So
Oh, that's not that bad.
it wasn't that bad, but only once when I went to university, it's like I stayed up doing an assignment. I had an early lecture, so I just jumped up, still like half asleep, sat on the train, fell asleep,
Yeah.
missed it. And I was like, you know what? I'll just miss the lecture. Fuck it. I'll ask somebody else for their notes. I went back home. I just went back home. I was like, fuck this shit.
Yeah. I had people when I was in university. I had people. The lecturers would have these things called eye clickers. Basically, everybody would have to buy this thing separately because capitalism, and you would basically check into the class with this little clicker that the lecturers would set up. And so if you were not there, you didn't know which button to press. And so people would just like give everybody else their clickers, like, "Hey, I'm not going to be there. Can you click this button for me?"
Was it for like attendance or something?
Yeah, exactly. It's for attendance. And so like lecturers know who
in the
deserves
class.
the good grades.
Yeah. Oh, but that's
'cause it's
biased.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, oh, because you were listening to me ramble on, you deserve extra credit.
Yeah, exactly.
But then the other person who wasn't even in your class got good grades in the exam.
Yeah, exactly.
For the assignments, but no extra credit.
And some people who would like be in every lecture every single day, they like fail the class.
Yeah, exactly.
I've had a couple classes like that actually too, where like the more that I didn't show up, the better that I did.
Yeah, that
was really weird.
That was just my university life. It was like, don't show up, get good grades, everybody knows you.
Because I mean, like, also, like, I knew how to teach myself, or I knew how to gain information from like textbooks and websites and all that. I didn't need somebody telling me the stuff.
Yeah.
So like, as long as I knew what I needed to do, I was like, all right, I need to just, and then I would skim things too. Like, I wouldn't even dive into it in detail. I would just like skim it, like, all right, this is that, that's that, okay, cool. And then on the exam, I'm like, I remember this.
Yeah.
This is A, that's B. This is A again, that's B, that's B, that's B. This is weird. Why are there 3 B's in a row?
I see a pattern. The next one's an A, the next one is B, 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 B. You don't even read the question anymore.
Yeah, right.
No, I had people who were like, it's easy. Like, think of it, man. It's a mathematics thing. I was like, no, it's not. I don't think the teacher is out there thinking, okay, if I use this formula, I can split out the multiple choice questions. They won't figure it out.
Yeah.
But there are students out there thinking, probably use the formula to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out. And then they spend more time on figuring out the pattern rather than doing the exam.
Like, if you put this much effort into actually doing it, then you might do good.
It's like, I think you're in the wrong course, man.
Yeah.
You should have probably picked like physics or something. Maybe that's a bit more up your alley.
Right.
Trying to figure out formulas and shit.
There's a picture online somewhere of this teacher who made an exam, and the multiple choice answers were like literally A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, just all the way down.
Teaching structure. Where the teacher didn't give a fuck.
Well, I mean, like, he had to make the exam. He had to set those questions as such.
Or he just thought, oh, they won't figure it out, and then
Yeah. They're gonna second guess themselves so much.
Yeah, and we had the ones where we had to color in the dots.
Yeah,
Did you
I
guys
had
have that
those
too? Yeah, so we had that, and then man, sometimes
and with
I was
a pencil only. Don't you
with a
dare
pencil
use
only.
a pen.
I was like, that's terrible. What if someone comes and erases? But I understand using a pencil, because if you look at it, like, you're trying to like double check.
Mm-hmm.
Might have actually.
Yeah, there was also the thing with
hole.
like the machines that actually scanned it. They weren't able to detect ink, but they could with graphite.
Yeah.
So yeah, but like at the time, I also had these packs of erasable pens. So I was like, why can't I use a pen?
Yeah.
I can erase. I promise. That's what this pen is advertised for.
I hated school. I only liked school for the social life. I didn't really like studying.
Yeah, I went to university for chemistry, and I don't do chemistry. Like I don't use that at all.
No, it's not in your life right now.
No, like the only chemistry I have is with myself because I love myself.
Okay. I thought you were saying when you're making ramen. That was the only chemistry that you do. Making
Boiling
ramen.
water.
Yeah, making ramen or making coffee. I don't know.
I can put things into scientific terms though. Like I bring the broth up to its boiling point,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which is basically just putting water to boil.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, Erratic,
What?
guess what?
What?
How did we get here?
How did we get here?
Damn, how did we get here?
Yeah, I don't know. Weren't we talking about something with this dude picking his nose? Not picking his nose.
Yeah,
blowing
exactly.
his nose.
I don't know how we got to
And somehow we are in school.
classes in session, guys.
Yeah. Better recognize.
Recognize. I guess this is transition into our next segment.
Yeah, and what is it?
This segment is
Into my mouth.
This segment is going to be anything about food, right? So,
absolutely anything edible.
anything edible, anything about food, and like, so it could be about restaurants, it could be about recipes, it could be about anything food related. And
As long as something can go into your mouth,
exactly, we gotta make sure that it's edible.
and then you can chew and swallow it. Not
Yeah.
nothing dirty, guys.
No, that's
That's not this segment.
that's that's for another time. You said you got something up your alley that you wanted to talk about when it comes to food.
Well, yeah, here's the thing about food, everybody. I know this is our first episode, and I know that this is a stereotype for everybody with my dietary preference, but I'm a vegan. I just have to let everybody know. And I wanted to talk about a restaurant called the Vegan Junk Food Bar.
Ooh.
Now, we don't have this in America, and I came
Junk
here.
food?
Yes, Vegan Junk Food Bar. Does anybody know what vegan junk food is?
That's what I'm like. That's why I said junk food. Damn. Isn't
Yeah,
that French
exactly.
fries? That's it.
It used to be. It used to be. That's exactly. You know how many times I went to a restaurant and the only option that I could eat was fries?
Mm-hmm. I can believe that.
Way too damn many times.
Or boiled potatoes. They just give you that.
Boiled potatoes.
And where
Just a singular boiled potato.
where is this restaurant?
They actually have several locations. I believe they have 4 now.
They're all
And one
based
one
in
is
the Netherlands.
Yeah. As far as
not in the US
in
or anything.
Amsterdam, actually.
In
I don't know.
Amsterdam.
I don't know if they have any outside of Amsterdam, but yeah, there's absolutely none in the U.S. as far as I'm aware at this moment in time.
But at least this restaurant, at least this chain.
This chain of restaurant, yes, the Vegan
Mhm.
Junk Food Bar.
Mhm.
Now, what I like about the Vegan Junk Food Bar is when you picture junk food, what do you picture, Red Eye, when you think of junk food?
Oh, greasy stuff, oil, everything dipped in oil, fried in oil, nice sauces, milkshakes, ice cream. Yeah.
That's great. I imagine like some of the main dishes would also be like burgers, pizza.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, like grilled and like things that give you heartburn and diabetes.
Yeah. Basically, that's the gist of it.
It's satisfying. It's comfort food, but at the same time, it might kill you. Like
Yeah, exactly. So, Vegan Junk Food Bar has all of that. It has milkshakes.
Mm.
It has burgers that are stacked up to like the size of your face.
Oh.
It has hot dogs. It has a pizza now. They bring in new things all the time, and sometimes they get crazy with. Oh my God, their sauces too. They have like 7 different sauces. Exactly, and they're gigantic. Like they have the shawarma burger.
The shawarma
And
burger.
The
Is it shawarma meat?
burger. Yeah, well, I mean, like the vegan version of shawarma meat. Yes.
Okay. Vegan
Uh,
shawarma burger.
Vegan shawarma burger. Yes. So everything at this restaurant is vegan just by default.
Mm.
But the thing is, like, it's so big, and there's such a massive amount of food that it's basically like there's one bun on the bottom, and then a whole plate of shawarma meat, and then a bun on top. So like you can't pick it up and eat it. Like you have to like eat around it until you can like pick it up, and by that time the bun's all soggy. Like that's kind of like the best junk food in my opinion, when you can't even eat all of it.
And even hold it in your hands.
Yeah, exactly.
You just got to get the mess everywhere, all over your mouth, all over your hands,
Exactly.
all over your t-shirts.
Yeah, basically, exactly that. They even have this sashimi. They have vegan sashimi.
I think that already existed though before.
I mean, yeah, but not this good.
Oh, no, that's good. Okay.
Yeah, like if you look up, if any of our listeners look up vegan junk food bar and then just go to images, all that stuff that you see is real, and I've eaten it. I've put that into my mouth.
And just to be clear to everybody, we are not being sponsored by vegans.
No. I just really like this restaurant.
He just really likes the restaurant. He says, "Keep it up, keep it going, keep innovating."
Yeah, I will support them. They will take my whole paycheck if I had the opportunity. But during these unprecedented times, I haven't eaten there as often as I would like to.
Oh, they don't deliver?
Well, they do, just not to my area. And so my bank account really appreciates that, but my mouth doesn't.
Your stomach is waiting for it.
I know. They also have like these lemon spice shrimp too.
What?
Yeah, exactly, man. Like, what? Exactly. Anybody who's not vegan listening to this and thinking, "Oh, he's full of shit," I'm not. I'm full of good vegan junk food. That's what I'm full of.
But there probably are different restaurants, maybe not the same chain, but maybe similar type of stuff somewhere else.
Yeah, so I can I can talk about this all day if you'd like.
Let's not.
I figured that. That's why I went really hard with this restaurant, because I knew I wasn't going to go into every other one.
Yeah. Well, I've never tried the vegan junk food bar, but I have tried the... Isn't it Mouse? No.
Mouse? Oh, I love Mouse.
That's vegan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not... Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, Mouse is great. Yeah. I love Mouse.
It's pretty good. And especially that you can keep going and adding more, like, toppings and
yeah, they have sauce. The like salad bar and sauces right there, so you just like choose what you want. You can have pickled cabbage or no pickled cabbage. You have jalapenos, or if you're a wimp, you don't have to have it. Yeah, so you can keep going back and filling up whatever you want in there. Exactly.
And that's and for a country like, I don't know, like if you are in a country where a fast food place would let you keep refilling drinks or blah blah blah, but for a country like the Netherlands, where this is unprecedented, because fast food restaurants are very, very stingy.
Yeah, I know, you have to pay for each drink, like
each drink for sauce.
Right? Oh my God, you have to pay for sauces here. Like in America, they just they give you handfuls. They're just like, here you go, you fat ass.
Yeah.
Enjoy your food, and you're like, I will.
Yeah. And you can't go for refills, because I remember when I went to the US for the first time. I went to Five Guys.
Five Guys?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember Five Guys.
Yeah, and then I went there and I just went, try this burger. People keep telling me, you gotta go there, like one of the best burgers in town.
I even told you that.
Yeah, but that wasn't. But this is before I met you, because I was in New York.
Oh, okay.
So I went there and I was like, I'm gonna try this burger. Huge ass burger comes out. I was like, whoa. And then I just asked for like an iced tea, and they're like, okay. And then I'm like, I'm going to get another iced tea, because I'm from Europe. I'm thinking, I need to buy another one. So I went up to the guy. I was like, can I get another iced tea? He's like, the refill machine is over there. Machine? There's a machine.
Just press a button.
And for me, it was the first time, because I was like, oh, refill. And I totally like it totally left my mind, because I've seen it on TV before, I've seen people even just mixing, let's mix Coca-Cola with Sprite, and
for some reason, when you mix drinks like that, I don't know why, but they call it a suicide.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why.
They think the sugar doubles or something.
Probably, I guess. I don't know. Like, you're just consuming the same volume of drink. It's just different kinds. I don't. It's like, just depends on the sugar content of the drink.
Yeah. True. Nice
It
experience.
was a fun time. Yes,
Yeah.
I remember living there, just having free refills. And then I came here and I had to pay for a refill. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Hold up, I only had 250 milliliters. What do you mean I gotta pay another €3? Like
fucking crazy.
I thought this was included.
Yeah.
This ruins the whole experience.
And like at the time, like I went to like during the summer,
Uh-huh.
so it was super hot, and you just need a cold drink. So I'll just step in like McDonald's. They have like iced coffee for $1, and there's this massive ass cup, and I'm like shit. And there's a McDonald's every other block,
Yeah.
in New York. So you just walk a bit. You're like, you know what? I could go for a nice coffee. You just step in, $1. Here you go. Okay. And then you're just walking around town with this massive iced
Yeah.
coffee in your hand. Like, The only problem is that you end up needing to pee
Yeah.
a lot. But I mean, yeah, there was like a total difference in like cultural way of life when it comes to fast food and
Yeah, a lot of
food
it too,
in
I
general.
think. Yeah, a lot of it too, I think, is because American food is quite processed.
Hmm.
So a lot of it kind of feels empty. Like you'll eat a whole plate's worth of food, and you're like, "Huh, I'm still hungry."
Hmm.
So then you just eat more and more and more. Whereas here, like people take their time eating, they enjoy their food.
That's
I
why they're
noticed-
paying a lot for it.
That's true.
They're like, better be worth my money. Like, I'm cutting the steak slow as fuck. Taking my time. And this,
Chew,
yeah,
savor,
sip of wine,
and then swallow.
and then swallow. Yeah, but
Get in my mouth.
but yeah, there's different cultures. So my side of get into my mouth is when you found out, when I told you about the way people, this traditional thing in Ethiopia
Uh-huh.
where people feed each other
Uh-huh.
with their hands.
I remember that.
And you were like, what is this?
I don't understand that.
What is
That's-
this transfer of germs, bacteria, and
Exactly.
deadly-
It's so
What
it's
is
so
going on?
unsanitary.
And I was like, well, that's actually tradition, dude. Like, I grew up with that, my grandma
Like,
did
I
too.
I
Like,
don't want to get a mouthful of Rona too.
well, I don't know if they're doing that now, but
Yeah.
yeah,
But still,
certainly
like-
back in the day, it was like, oh. I didn't really
I-
think about it because I was like, as a kid, I was just like, I don't care about bacteria and shit at the time. But now I'll be like, no, keep your hands to yourself. Don't do that shit to me. I'll take this. How do you say it? The shame or whatever it comes from.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You said this to your father.
Disrespect your elders.
You can't disrespect your elders. And I'm like, and it's also friends who do it to each other. It's like so it's just. So if people don't understand, this is the tradition in Ethiopia. Traditional Ethiopian food is eaten with your own hand because there's a kind of bread that is made from a flour called teff, and it's spread out on a big plate. Sauce and whatever you're eating goes on top, and you eat with your hands. So you take a piece of bread, you wrap it, dip it in sauce or whatever you're eating, wrap it, eat it, put it in your mouth, right? And thing is, as a showing of affection, friendship, partnership, respect, blah blah blah, people feed each other, right? So if I was sitting, I'll wrap it like I'm going to eat it for myself, but I would feed you with my own hands. So we're like, open up. Here it
comes the
comes.
plane.
So yeah, but like you found out one day and you were shocked.
I was flabbergasted, to say the least. I
What?
couldn't, like, I try to be like understanding of every culture. Like, of course, like something's weird to everybody, but this is just kind of objectively unsanitary. Like, I don't understand this. Like, I come from America where basically nobody knows how to use chopsticks and we all use forks for everything.
Yeah.
And then, like, I was introduced to the culture of eating with hands. I was like, okay, I get it. That's fine. Then I found out this shit. that you that you feed other people with your hands, and then you put your hands back into the food after they have slobbered all over your fingers. And I'm just like, I don't get this. That's something that I don't understand about you, Red Eye. And like,
Hey,
of
man.
course, like you've changed, you've grown, you've matured.
I've become a different person.
Do you know how to use chopsticks?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Like the thing is, I don't have the patience for it because sometimes I'll start eating with a chopstick and like, oh, yeah, it's cool, but my hands start to hurt, and I'm like, and then I end up eating really slow. I find.
Yeah.
And I'm a person who's like gobble gobble, gotta run.
Yeah.
Gotta do something.
Gobble me, swallow me.
Yeah. So I just go quick, but like, yeah, I can, but like I'm not like, how to say, pro level where I can cook with it. You know. I'm amazed how people cook with chopsticks. I'm like, wow, that's some crazy shit. That's amazing.
Sometimes I try to do that. Like if I'm making ramen, like I don't do anything crazy. I don't cook well at all. Like I can't cook. Like I burn water. That's how bad I am. And sometimes like when I'm making ramen, I'll just take chopsticks and like stir it around. I'm like, hey, I'm good at this.
We did it.
This is fun. And then I'll probably just like eat ramen straight from the pot too. Like why dirty another dish? It's already...
Yeah, I do that sometimes. I'm just like, I'm not gonna wash dishes.
Yeah.
Just gonna stick to this pot, you know. Save myself. So that's Into My Mouth, everyone. Tell us what you think. Did it shock you? Maybe there are some other cultures that do the same thing. It's feeding each other.
Yeah, tell us about your own eating experiences. What goes into your mouth? What you would like for us to talk about going into our mouths?
Yeah. So
and
yeah.
we know how this sounds. By the way, we
we sound a bit crazy, but I mean, it is what it is.
A little bit.
Yeah. Just a bit. Tat. Just a scotch.
Scotch. I love that word.
The favorite one I like is cahoots.
Cahoots.
Yeah. Because when you were like, yeah, we found out about this guy. We found out that maybe he's in cahoots. I was like, ah. Why is that funny? Sounds like this old detective movies, you know? He's in cahoots.
We caught this guy. He was in cahoots with the villain all along.
Yeah.
I guess that sounds like music to your ears.
Yeah, and that will lead us to what?
Just like music.
So what I'm going to talk about today in the music world is my own personal interest in getting into music production. Now, I don't have any experience. Like, basically, all I've ever done was download a digital audio network, fooled around for like 8 hours, and that's it. That's all I know how to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I can make sounds like boom, boom, all that shit. But I don't know how to like compose music or actually get the sound that I want, so to speak. So I actually am very interested in breaking into this world of music. Hopefully, this little asthmatic can provide you guys with some music in the future. Maybe by the time you listen to this, because I know this is going to take forever to blow up for us to become famous. So I'll
by the
probably
time you're
have
already
like
doing music.
yeah, I'll have 3 EPs, 4 platinum albums by the time you guys even discover me.
It's like, what is he talking about? He's already a musician.
Yeah. It's like, this is how I found the podcast. What? But yeah, so I'm interested in music. Now, the types of music that I'm interested in is basically like classic rock. I'm recently getting into more of like the hip-hop rap because I find the lyricism to be very interesting. I like the wordplay that people do. Particularly, I've been listening to a lot of Eminem just because this dude raps like insanely fast with wordplay inside of the really fast raps.
Yeah.
Don't understand how he does it. Like, sometimes
a genius.
Yeah, dude. Like, I'll turn on Rap God and I'll just try to follow along, and I'm just like, okay, some of them is superhuman. I did it right.
Close enough.
Close enough. I'm a star. Where's my label? Those are the genres that I'm pretty into, like a rock, essentially. I don't really enjoy many things that are considered pop nowadays. Like, I know pop means popular music, but what is the genre? Like, what's Ariana Grande's genre? Like, that's pop, but pop means popular.
They call
So
they call it pop, but I mean, I guess it's the style that's going on currently, right? So that's what makes it pop. Because if you listen to Michael Jackson pop, that was different than today's pop.
Yeah.
So
Well, like, yeah.
So
yeah,
pop
King
is
of Pop.
yeah. So pop is basically the popular music or the popular genre at the time.
Wonder.
That makes it pop.
It's interesting to me how Michael Jackson is still considered pop, but pop nowadays is so different than what Michael Jackson sounded like.
Yeah.
So, like, pop is such a broad genre.
Yeah. Like anything can become pop.
Yeah, anything could be. Eminem's been pop.
Yeah. he's
Pop, hip hop.
Hip hop pop.
Hip hop pop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about you, Red Eye? What music have you been partaking in?
Well, if you don't know, but I mean, you know, but the audience doesn't know that I partake in hip hop mostly. I started writing lyrics when I was around 11 years old.
Very young.
Yeah.
Prodigy, one would say.
But it wasn't like it was like, you know, the way it started was one day we were in class and, you know, we were like at that time was like, you know, the freestyle battles were funny and shit.
Yeah, they're still
Like,
funny.
They're still funny, but like, you know, in class we just kind of found out, you know.
Yeah, so it was
school.
new.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So we were like kids and we were like, oh shit, so how come we do a clean type of freestyle in class without saying like the F word or whatever, or, you know.
Yeah, because teachers are present.
Yeah, teachers are around, my heroes, we get in trouble.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we were doing that like 2 bars or whatever, you know. Like,
Yeah.
And it was like stupid stuff like your ears are sticking out like Mickey. You so short, that's why your house is like you're a mouse in the house, some bullshit like that, like some bullshit like that, right? And then like like I used to write mine beforehand, right?
Mhm.
And then I would just say my stuff, and then a lot of us, like, actually I was not the only one, a lot of people were doing that. And then like I was kind of like good at it, like making words rhyme.
Yeah.
So friends would come up to me and say, yo, I want to diss this person, can you say something about this, and then give me like, you know, cool words to use in there. So I'll just write them for them, like a few bars, then they practice it and then they use it as their own.
Yeah.
So then like one of my teachers like saw me writing and was like, oh, that's interesting, why don't you try like writing your own like verse, listen to a verse of a song and then kind of do it your own way.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's interesting.
Kind of just like rewrite lyrics.
Yeah, kind of rewrite the lyrics or rewrite what you would say in the song.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, so I started doing that. I started writing, and then I decided to perform for the first time when I was like 13. Because I was in 13.
You were a youngling.
Yeah. So the first time I performed, had a school like Christmas show at this big event, and so this one song, I don't know if you guys know it, but I'll put it out there. It's called The Rap Game. We'll put the link somewhere for you guys to check it out.
Somewhere, wherever the description box.
Whatever
may
the
be.
descriptions can be, we'll try to put it in the link in there. It's for me at that time, it was one of the best songs, The Rap Game, because it was by D12, and the people don't know what D12 is. It was one of the biggest groups back in I don't know, the early 2000s and late 90s, which the most famous person, you said Eminem, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Eminem was part of the D12, the Dirty Dozen, as they call
Dirty
themselves.
Dozen.
And it was also features the legendary rapper 50 Cent. So I was like, you know what I did with that song was like I took the way they were like rapping, especially Eminem's part, the way he was rapping, then I just put like my own words, my own like lyrics, right?
Yeah.
but then I also had the same cadence as Eminem. So
Did you
the
do
song,
the pig Latin too?
so I just did that, and then one of my friends was like, at that time also, like we were close at that time. He was like, "Yo, I also want to feature, man. Just do a verse. Let me do a verse." I was like, just do a verse, because I was only going to do one. You know,
Yeah.
you can come in with a verse. So we found like an instrumental from somewhere. We just did it, and then the guy who was in charge of it, he had to kind of give an audition.
Mm-hmm.
To see what we were about to do. So yeah, we did the audition. He was like, "You guys pretty cool, you know."
You guys are dope.
Yeah, and he was like, at that time we didn't have like drama club or whatever. We just had this one dude who was in charge of this one so-called teacher or whatever instructor, just in charge of all these entertainment stuff. So yeah, we just did that, and then he was like, "Okay, you guys can feature on the show." I was like, "All right, cool." And then I went. So that's led to the first performance. I started like doing things on my own, but then when I came to the Netherlands, I met like 2 guys from school who are now my friends, and we were in a band, and I kind of started singing.
Mm-hmm.
So like 10 years ago, something like that, I started singing. So then I started going into a more rap with reggae with bit of rock like Red Hot Chili Peppers, and
Yeah.
kind of this weird fusion where I can still sing in that song, or I can rap in that song. So, or I can
Versatile.
just versatile with everything. So that's why my name is Red Eye, because I told you about my allergies earlier. That's where it came from. Everyone's like, I was like, I had like a whole brainstorm session with my friend. I was like, what should I call myself? What should my rap name be? And I was just like, fuck it, I don't know. And then one day I just looked in the mirror. Why are my eyes itching? Oh, it's turning red. God damn it. I was like, fucking red eye. It was one eye that was red. So I was like, well, fucking red eye. And I was like, oh, hold on.
Maybe onto something here.
Yeah. So I just stuck with it. It became Red Eye. And then, yeah.
That's an interesting story.
That is how we are here.
That's your upbringing, and now we're here.
Now we're here working.
in office jobs.
Trying to do the podcast.
Trying to do a podcast, working for money.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, if you want to give us money, we're open.
We're open. Here's our PayPal account. No, we're not gonna do that. No, don't send us money.
No, not yet. But we'll give you guys more stuff in return. Like we'll probably have T-shirts or something.
Yeah, once merch starts coming out.
Yeah, then you can give us money.
Yeah. And remember the one song I just shared with you this week about Mask On?
Mask Off?
Yeah. I was like, what if we do a remix called Mask On?
Mask On.
Especially in these times, people will be like, that's some crazy shit.
Yeah. Mask on. Put your mask on.
And then we just, instead of saying Percocet, we said paracetamol. Oh,
Paracetamol. For those who may not know, I know like anybody in America don't know what the hell paracetamol is. It's basically like Tylenol.
Oh, okay.
Like our American version is Tylenol.
That could be easier to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tylenol.
Tylenol.
Aspirin Tylenol.
Aspirin Tylenol.
Mask
Oh my
on.
God.
Fucking mask on.
Tylenol. Aspirin Tylenol.
Aspirin Tylenol.
Man, we need to copyright that for other people.
Yeah, before it gets out.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, gotta make the song for someone else. Someone else comes and says, "Ew, that's," that people will do that. They'll probably listen to it and they'll be like, "Where did that idea come from? Maybe it's just from me. I'm creative like that."
Yeah.
No, you're not.
You stole my idea. Well, did you meet him and tell him about it? No.
No.
Well, then.
Then.
Perhaps.
It's mine.
Yeah. Did you post it online anywhere? For anybody to find ever? No. Well, I think by process of elimination,
by process of elimination.
Yeah, so I feel like that was everything just like music.
Yeah, so everything just like music. So we got to talk about food. We got to talk about something crazy. Yeah, you got anything else to say to the people before we head out?
Stay chilling, stay safe. Don't, put your mask on. Take a paracetamol or
Yeah.
Tylenol, wherever you may be.
Whatever you feel like.
Yeah, whatever you have available to you. Only if you need it, though. Don't be just popping over-the-counter drugs.
Yeah, don't do that.
Doesn't really do anything anyway.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, I'm a little drowsy.
Yeah. By the way, guys, don't worry. Like, we will have different types of segments every other episode.
Yeah, it's not every time that we're going to be talking about snot.
Yeah, or food or music. We got different things coming your way. So tune in and make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment if you got anything for us to check out or you want us to talk about. You can
Any
definitely-
feedback as well. If you just want to be like, ooh, that red eye guy sounds hot.
I
Or
doubt
this
it.
asthmatic dude needs to leave the show. Whatever you guys.
And yeah, of course, we will have after. Are we saying what? After every 3 episodes, we have happy hour.
Yep. We're
Yeah.
going to be doing happy hour probably once a month, I believe.
Yep. So we'll be under the influence, and
Under the influence of alcohol.
and we'll just be talking random stuff, and that will be coming, I guess,
By the end, we'll be slurring our words. And
like Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley.
Have you heard Charles Barkley speak?
No, I haven't actually. I'm
You
going to look it
should.
up right after this.
Yeah, you should. But thanks for tuning in.
Your listening was appreciated. If you've made it this far, thank you. If you didn't, well, then you don't know I'm saying this, but, fine. Be that way. But, yeah, great guys. Have a great day. Stay good. Stay healthy. Stay chilling. Stay safe. Like, comment, subscribe, as Red Eye said. And we'll see you next time. Well, we'll talk to you next
Bye.
time.
Ciao, ciao.